Greetings, gentlemen. Male psychology. In today's world, the social environment has become extremely hostile to men. Not only men, but also boys. To find out what our mental strengths are, I believe that we need to find out what our mental weaknesses are first. I would like to invite everyone for their input into this topic, as this series is not based on just one video, and I will be using comments in the future, very near future, and ideas that you have added to this subject. I've tried to bounce some ideas in the Google Hangouts, but sometimes, due to the subject matter at hand whilst in these Hangouts, these ideas and what I'm trying to get at can be difficult to digest and articulate. Imagine you're a blue-pilled guy, hypothetically of course, and you're working on a building site. You see a female walk by on a footpath. She gets your attention. She is wearing a tight outfit that includes a short skirt and high heels. You get the urge to get her attention, the same way that she got yours. You whistle out to her. The other boys on the site notice her as well, and one other male whistles out to her. You both get ignored. What just happened? You saw a pretty female, so you whistled at her? No, this goes deeper than that. Do you think it's the first time somebody has whistled at her or gave her recognition? Of course not. So why did you whistle at her? You thought she was pretty. Do you think she doesn't know this? I mean this with an additional point that females know that they will get more recognition if they fix themselves up. This includes makeup, hairdos, tight clothing, etc. They are targeting your primal instincts. But what are our primal instincts? If this female just got up and out of bed and left the house in her PJs and didn't fix herself up, do you think that she will get the same recognition from males? Of course not. It sounds nice and innocent when I state the simple words, fixing herself up. But when one gets into makeup, high heels, tight clad clothes, boob jobs, buttock jobs, manicures, pedicures, well, you see where this is going. Why the hassle? Why the hard work and such determined focus on such things? What is the motive or motives? Male utility, grandiosity, self-adulation, inflating sense of ego, etc. But this is about men, about male psychology. Now we have dwelled so much into female hypergamy, promiscuous behavior, Bryfalt's law. Is it not time now to focus on us, time to focus on men? A simple answer as to why a male would react to such a female that walks past his place of work is because he found her to appear appealing. But why did he find her appealing that caused him to whistle, that caused him to give her recognition? It is the deep inner thought process system that I am trying to understand. Oh, you're a man. What do you expect? That's not enough. That is too shallow. What is it in his mind that found her appealing and caused his frame of mind to react in such a way, causing him to not only whistle but even possibly become sexually stimulated? Why do we need to tackle this issue? This issue is important due to the fact that we are presented with a problem. A problem? Really? A problem? Yes, a problem. Why is this a problem? Let's have a look around us. Divorce rates, male suicide, alimony, child support, etc. When a man hooks up with a female, he is presenting himself with a very dangerous situation. Whistling to a female is one way of initiating a conversation with a female in order to hook up with her. But who is luring who? The male just whistled, but the female went through hours of effort to impress whomsoever she can and has perfected the art of impression, therefore causing the male to react in such a way. So who is luring who? What is this female targeting? What is making these men tick in such a way? Males like attractive females, naturally. Females know this, and they take advantage of this, and by doing so, this becomes a male vulnerability. Many look at the courting process as a natural process, and it very well may be. But today, with such a misandric environment presented to men, where men are disposable and females are recyclable, it is almost an imperative for men to shake off this vulnerability and rise up with more resilience. We get born into a world that is naturally gynocentric. We spent 9 months in a womb before we even came out and into this world. Our universe was guided by a female for many years in the earlier stages of our lives, even past the so-called age of reason. But it's time for a new age of reason. When we were children, we were instilled with influence by the female parent that caused us to behave in certain ways. We were born into a gynocracy that causes young female children to wear shirts that state, "Boys are bad, throw rocks at them." Who caused this innocent child to wear such a shirt? Who bought it for her? How did it leave the store and end up on this child's vessel? All this may as well be labelled as software or even a programming that begins at a very early young age. Now, can we change this software, or can we override this software in order that we change the way we behave? At what age can this software be introduced to a male? What are the benefits? What are the costs? Is it worth it? We will get into this. Now, I can't do this by myself. I will most definitely need your help. There is something that I would like to address as to why it would be a great venture to gear forward into male psychology, because we may be able to find it easier to not only rewire ourselves, but possibly make it easier for others to rewire their so-called internal software as well. Allow me to give you a quick scenario. A man is faced with a female that wants to lure him for utility. She is sexy and has plans on manipulating him to extract wealth out of him. This is a problem. Why? Because the female has shown limited reciprocity and the man does not know this, and he doesn't know what she is truly up to. This is most definitely a problem. However, the man doesn't see it as this. He reacts because he wants to get to the solution, the so-called solution in his mind. Men have a strong sex drive, a sex drive that unfortunately manipulates themselves. It gets men to do things that they sometimes regret. Men often recognize this once they have ejaculated. So the man has reached a so-called solution only to realize that he has landed back at the problem. We now have a formula that has been mentioned before, but usually for different topics, even different definition. But we still have problem, reaction, solution, but then add problem to the end. Hence, therefore, we have problem, reaction, solution equals problem. This is a vicious circle indeed. Is this why we have many men, especially in the blue-pilled world, that go looking for other females after a fallout in a relationship? In Australia, we call this the rebound. What we need to implement is a new idea, a new philosophy and mindset. Having the ability to look at the presenting problem from the beginning all the way through to the end from the beginning. To have the capacity to see the issue as a transparent thing from the beginning before even entering a potential relationship will cause men to have a much more fruitful life. So thus, we now have a different formula that goes like this. Problem, reaction, solution equals solution. As compared to problem, reaction, solution equals problem. The concept of relationships as we know it needs to change. It all starts out in the mind of a man. The mind of a man is his universe. What is it that causes us to react to females in such a way, apart from basically saying, "Oh, she was sexy"? What is it that made the man whistle to the female? Is it mind segmentation? Is it the way that we were raised? Is it media? How can we change this type of attitude in order that we are no longer prone to the vulnerabilities that are projected onto men on a daily basis? Look, hopefully guys, what I also want to do, this video, as you've probably realized now, I've attached some different image, which I will blatantly state it's clickbait. This is a part of another field or area, so to speak, with regards to this topic, this series, male psychology, because I even want to get into statistics. I want to crunch some numbers down. Thumbs up, thumbs downs, minutes spent on watching this video as compared to how long the video is. And I think comparing that to my previous videos would be very interesting, because this within itself will be a good way of looking at male vulnerabilities anyway. And I will be talking about them in the future. Thank you for listening. I look forward to your comments. And as I said, I will be using your comments in part 2 on our own way into understanding male psychology.